Barcelona completely undone, and Maxi Gomez that fails Quique Setien and the rest of their squad in their very first big test of the La Liga campaign. What's going on, guys? ¿Cómo están? BugaLuis here. Welcome back to another video here on the channel, and today we're here to talk about Barcelona losing 2-0 to Valencia at the Mestalla. It's been since 2007, I think, since they have been able to beat us in their own stadium, in their own backyard, but it happened today with 2 goals from Maxi Gomez. Well, one of them was a deflection on goal from Jordi Alba, but at the end of the day, who counts those? Am I right? So when it comes to games like this that are a loss, you would always say, oh, I hated this game, I'm completely angry. But in reality, games like this, I completely enjoy. Games that are crazy from the get-go are the ones that get me most excited. And I was shouting absolutely everything. When something came off the post, the save from Marc-Andre, it was some flickery from Condovia, which had an incredible game. This man gave a masterclass of how to be a midfielder today. He was all over the pitch. When different things happened from Valencia, from Barcelona, I was just completely immersed into the experience. And that is the motto of this channel, ultimately, because you know I'm a Barca fan. I love Barcelona, but my thing is that I love the club, but I love the sport even more. I'm not saying that I love to lose. I'm just saying that I was excited and just completely unraveled by this game. So with that same kind of hype, with that same kind of behavior, I'm gonna try to dissect this game, break it down, and see where Barcelona can improve, and ultimately tell you everything that happened in it, because it was just crazy. It was crazy. Minute 1 to minute 94, so many things happened. So I want to start off this video out with 3 main talking points that I can take out from this game. Right from the get-go, let's get into the main things that really matter. So the very first of those will be that a lot of you will be wondering whether we do need a number 9, because just simply Suarez not being here, it was a very big miss, and you could see how much it affected the entire team. Barcelona were not able to match Valencia in the physicality of the game. We were not be able to win aerial duels. We just lacked any sort of kind of threat through the middle, and that's where the striker really shows off, and that's where Suarez really shows off. So you could easily say and kind of come up that Barcelona are lacking a number 9, a striker, and I would tend to agree. A game like this, Luis Suarez could easily kind of try and win it. Games like this were, for instance, Inter in the Champions League, the very first one in the Camp Nou. We were not able to get close to Inter, but in 2 selected individual chances, Luis Suarez puts it into the back of the net. Luis Suarez could help us a lot in a game like this against Valencia. I'm not saying that he was useless anytime, but in reality, Barcelona should still be able to win against a team like Valencia, even though they were playing 10 out of 10 in this game. We should still be able to try and win them, but most importantly, not even win, but try to match them competitively. And that's where I think we lacked a lot. So something else that I can add to this is that Valencia didn't start Rodrigo. I don't know if it was a tactical decision from Celades, but in reality, I think it's because of the discussions going on between the 2 clubs. There's something going on here, and Barcelona will be searching for Rodrigo, and maybe after this loss even more than ever, or hopefully maybe even after this loss, Barcelona will realize that a striker is such an important piece that they will even be kind of willing to splash the money right now from someone like Lautaro Martinez, because in the long run, they want to play 60 for Rodrigo now and then pay another 110 later for Lautaro Martinez. That will be even more expensive than paying his clause at this current time. The next kind of point that I want to make is one that will not sit good to any of you, I believe, because I'm going to make my very first criticism of Quique Setien today. I'm not hate the guy, I'm not saying kick him out. Literally, it's completely the opposite. I want this guy to have a good time at Barcelona, and this adjustment, I think, could help him in the long run. I wrote here down that the substitutions, the selection of the play, I think that him being a little bit too kind of intolerable with his kind of way of just, we want to play this way, we got to put these ball-playing midfielders and just stick to it. It's one thing, it's incredible, but football has developed, and players like Arturo Vidal in a game like this one could come very, very in handy, because as soon as he came in, we saw the immediate impact that he could bring. He helped us just create so many chances after that. Barcelona's point until before he came was more shots to Valencia than to Barca. He came in and that changed. Because of the goal of Valencia that they scored from Maxi Gomez, they're going to come back a little bit more, and Arturo Vidal could help us even when tracking back and kind of measuring up against the 2 midfielders that they had in there that were Coquelin and Condovia, and both of them were having a crazy game. You need to have players like this nowadays. Players that are willing to just run in there and just run, simply run. Want to have some attitude, some aggression, some passion when getting to win the ball back. And bro, I know Peru and Chile has a rivalry or whatever, but I love the man. I love Arturo Vidal, always since Juventus, when he showed how great he was in that final against Barcelona back in the Champions League. He has always been that type of player, and that's what I like. And this also evidences that, moving to my third point now, the style of play isn't, or the manager isn't necessarily what Barca were doing bad. The other thing that Barca, and the main reason I believe why Barca are not able to just be as competitive as before, is because there's no desire. There's no desire. Valencia, they don't have the quality of Barcelona. No one can dispute that. But today they came out here because they wanted it more. They wanted it more, they deserve it at the end of the day, and they want it. That's how football is. If a team wants to go out there and win, if they want to put more kind of, if they want to put simply more desire into it, they're gonna get stuff out of it. Ibiza, for instance, Barcelona against Ibiza, Barcelona were awful against Ibiza. Ibiza wanted to go out there, wanted to play, it was their final. They give it a ball, 100% effort, and they managed to keep Barcelona with a knife here in the neck until the 90th something minute. And Valencia today, they have way more quality than Ibiza, and they easily dismantle Barcelona. Barcelona weren't on top of the game anytime throughout the entire 90 minutes. Valencia were always on top. They were dominating this game. We had possession, but Valencia were always on top because they wanted it more. Every ball we lost, they got to it first. What is that? Is that because their players are better? No, it's because they want it more. It's because they want passion. You want to kind of get into the tackle a little bit harder. That's what I'm asking for my players. Just desire, just simple desire. And I know that will hopefully come with Quique Setien putting that in their minds for more and more kind of as soon as they get more training sessions. But man, there was simply none of it in this game. And I don't know what to attribute it to. Because as you can see, it wasn't Valverde. The players right now, they also are not as motivated as they once were before. So now what I want to do, guys, is take you through the first and the second half. Go minute by minute, see what went wrong for Barca as the game developed. So let's get it. And the very first thing that I wrote here down was electric game rhythm. Literally those three words. A game normally has a storyline. The match always has some sort of tactic between the two managers that they want to implement into their team. As soon as that breaks, for whatever reason, whatever catalyst it might be, the game goes completely bonkers. But for Barca, that catalyst was that simply Valencia had an intensity that they couldn't match. Minute one, I could tell you that from the get-go. That literally, I could have told you that from the get-go, and that's what happened. Barcelona were not able to stick to the game plan because Valencia were simply running more than they thought they would. Simple as that. Of course, then came a very lazy tackle from Piqué in the box. I couldn't attribute it to anything. I don't know what the hell were you thinking, Gerard? Literally, were you thinking about the Davis Cup? Were you thinking about Shakira's hips? I have absolutely no idea what were you thinking about in there. Stupid penalty. Thankfully, we got the guy, Marc-Andre saying, what the hell is he not being the first of Germany? One of the other things that I kind of saw about this is that as soon as Barca realized that Valencia were actually pretty decent, they became too anxious, too many balls being lost. De Jong, Artur and Busquets had the biggest dispossessions in this game. 3 for De Jong, 3 for Artur and 2 for Busquets. Our midfield that are supposed to create the chances got dispossessed the more. It's due hence to a very good performance from Coquelin and Kondogbia, but in reality that shouldn't happen our way. If you have quick feet like our players do, they should be able to get past by that pressure. They got a little bit too anxious. I gotta say, many balls being misplaced. Too anxious. I don't know what it was attributed to, like I say, but they were simply too anxious. We lost our composure. In a preview, I said that playing the Barca way would lose the composure of Valencia, but in reality, we lost it ourselves. And look at the next notes I have here. The next 15 minutes of notes I've taken are all down to Valencia, literally. The very first one is Kondogbia taking up the space for Messi. Messi not getting as much space as he wants to. Valencia, very narrow. Ferran Torres closer to the middle than Daniel Vaz. Shot from Maxi Gomez on the left, saved and then through the left. Header from Soler to Gameiro and then saved again by Ter Stegen. Incredible skill from Soler, chipped into the box. Ferran Torres almost gave Valencia a really good chance and giving Barca a hard time. Double step from Garay, able to take the ball away from Antoine Griezmann and Lionel Messi, clean tackle. Messi making Soler baiting the hook, and then we get a free kick. 10 minutes of pure Valencia chaos. Not a single thing I wrote down from Barcelona because we didn't have the ball at all in those. In the second half, it began with more of the same. Ansu Fati got an early chance. That should have been a goal. Could have been if Ansu did a little bit better. I cannot scrutinize the young kid. Maxi Gomez then scored. Deflection from Jordi Alba. Bad luck. Bad luck. But Valencia are in the game. That's how it tells you guys. Luck is attributed to the ones who are seeking for it. That's the way that I look at it. If Valencia are going to keep pressuring Barcelona, keep trying to create chances, luck is going to come their way someday, right? And then they're going to score. That's how it is. Football, it's like that. Football cannot be scripted. But Valencia have 0% of the ball, have all the shots, and then they score a goal from a lucky rebound. That's how it is, football. That's how it is. But you gotta kind of do the right things for those to happen. And Barcelona were doing absolutely none of them, even in the second half. Weak shot from De Jong here in the 49th minute. Then we have a foul from Coquelin on Lionel Messi, and that was probably also our best chance to get a counter-attack and a chance in goal. That was literally it. I roll once again, masterclass from Geoffrey Kondogbia, and here I'm getting just to more of a ranty kind of note. I'm just going literally, Vidal needs to play, but I already mentioned that. What I want to say, guys, is that Barcelona need to sit down, need to start thinking. The desire is what matters. Desire is what matters. So that's gonna be everything for today, guys. Hopefully you have enjoyed. Hopefully any of this makes sense. But the three main things that you gotta take away from this video is that we don't have the desire, that we have to have more substitutions. I understand that we didn't have as many options, but we need to make better substitutions. We need to have better control of the game. And if it cannot happen from within the field from the players, then it has to happen from the manager. And then finally, the last point is literally that the number 9, I guess we need to sign one now, because the media is gonna tell you so. That's gonna be it. Hopefully you have enjoyed. See you in the next one. Take care. Ciao. Boopy boop 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 boop. Boopy boop boop. Beep beep boop boop.